Hello there, my name's Ali and I live in Chiang Mai. I came out here 18 years ago to live, I retired from the UK and I wanted to spend the rest of my life here. I didn't want to go back to the UK. So I was very committed and understood that I didn't really need anything in the UK, and therefore what I was coming here to, that I'd surveyed and thought this is the place for my future, I didn't actually calculate that I'd miss anything. Well, after 18 years of being here and being very happy, people often ask me, what is it you miss about the UK? And do you know, I really do miss some things about the UK, and I find it hard not to reminisce about those things and think, wouldn't Thailand be wonderful, really fantastic if it had those things as well? But it can't. Great Britain is unique, and the United Kingdom is a wonderful country, and I loved it while I was there at times, but right now I'm happy here in Thailand. The first thing that I would love to have here, that I miss about the UK, is the National Trust. Now, the National Trust provides so much for many people and they take it for granted. I'm sure many people don't appreciate what they've got, and it is true that you don't know what you've got until you've lost it. Well, public footpaths of the United Kingdom are protected by the National Trust, and you are guaranteed to be able to walk along them, and you can go for literally miles and miles and miles and just spend your whole day, week, months, year just walking trails. Now, trails in Thailand are something different. Footpaths in England, trails in England, they are gloriously marked out with signage and those lovely wooden gates that creak, and you can hear the hinge, and then that little bolt that you pull and push, and it clicks into place after you've gone through it. Or those little stiles you cross over, those wooden stiles, and you cross from one field into another over a lovely wall that has been put there lovingly for hundreds of years. National Trust. Wow, fabulous. Now, the next thing about National Trust is that they provide little plaques outside buildings. They provide fantastic buildings to enjoy, and places that actually make up the UK's heritage that goes back hundreds of years. And not just that you want to know where so and so lived, but you can also find out what happened there, and the important things that went on in that area, and the history of that area, and you can really enjoy feeling as if you understand the history. Thailand, well, that's another thing. It's very difficult here to find actual architecture below ground, because it's been washed away, or it's been muddied up and you'll never find it and see it, or it's never been really respected, or it's been farmed on and we will never know. But there are some architectural sites which are very interesting. So the second thing almost is related to that, and it's museums. Some people who follow my channel will have seen me go to museums here in Chiang Mai. There are a couple heritage type museums whereby you see how people have done things for many years in farming, and you see different hill tribes, places that have been constructed to look like how they used to build houses here in the past. art museums that are not very old, little photographic museums that show you views of, Chiang Mai or Thailand that were taken in the last 50 years. It's not really heavy in cultural history on display like England, like the UK. I loved going to the Natural History Museum, the V&A, the Steam Museum, Bewley, the National Motor Museum. And that's really what I miss. I miss reflecting back on what brought us to where we are today over these hundreds of years of developing art. We see art here newly formed rather than reflecting back on history as you do in museums. Back in the UK you see what people did hundreds of years ago. Fabulous, so different. You couldn't make this stuff up really. I came to a lovely quiet spot on the top of a mountain and I've got a construction site behind a forest over there, and there's a digger and a putt going up the hill. I couldn't have planned this better, could I? The comedy of it. That introduces my next item that I miss about the UK. It's the live performances. You can go somewhere and sit and relax and have a drink or make an evening, make a day out of it and go to see a performance, go to see a comedy act, a theatre act, opera. Go to see somebody performing taiko drums. Go to see a rock band. For goodness sake, a festival. Live music, rock music, good music, music that you can really relate to in a setting that is actually focused on you enjoying what you're seeing. Going to one of these old theatres and sitting up on the balcony and looking down. You don't get that here in Thailand. It's really, really difficult to find that sort of thing to satisfy you. Yes, there are entertainments, but it's by no means like you would have if you were in your home country that is renowned for that sort of performing arts. You don't get that here in Thailand. It's quite different. And I really miss that. Now, coming on to number 4 in my things I miss about UK, Wix and B&Q. Now, if you're a DIYer, if you're somebody that likes to do it yourself, when you come to Thailand, you find the focus of improving your home is upon getting a contractor in. On the one hand, there's a visa issue, which is, as a foreigner, you're not meant to be putting anybody else out of a job. So if you take care of your own home, technically, theoretically, you're busting the terms of your visa because somebody else should be doing it and they should have a job. There are many foreigners living here that like to dabble in doing it themselves. And when you went to Wix or B&Q in the UK, you could guarantee what you were looking for would be there on the shelf and you would be able to pick it up and you'd be able to use it, and it would be a system fitting. It was electrical appliances. It would be something that was going to last a long time because it was a good quality. The sizes and dimensions were there and it was all available for you to use. It ain't the same here. It's difficult because it's all been focused upon the contractor. So it's not focused upon the DIYer, the person that wants to do it for themselves. And therefore, unfortunately, you've got to have a lot of knowledge and good language skills, maybe some help to go and find what you want. And then when you are looking for it, it's not always readily available. So, you want a little bit of 2x1. You've really got to look around for it, and then you've got the qualities of the stuff, and it's really difficult. So, Wix and B&Q, I miss them. And lastly, what I really miss about coming from the UK to here are the subtleties of language, the subtleties of, English. When you're here and you're talking to somebody in your English language, you can't guarantee that people around you are going to understand you. Now, if you're speaking English here and you speak to a foreigner, you can't guarantee what they're going to be hearing, because there are many English-speaking people here and they don't understand good English or the English that the English speak. British people have a humour. British people have irony. And a lot of people from other Western countries that do speak English don't understand that irony, and it's so hard not to offend people because you are possibly going to upset them so easily because you're used to speaking to somebody in a jovial or a fun way, or in a dark, humoured way. You can't do that. Well, you can do it and you can upset people, and you can do it because you can say it, but your message isn't understood or received, and it's not so much, it's not appreciated. And for you, you feel disappointed and you feel you've missed your target. But yeah, 5 things I really miss about the UK, living here 18 years in Thailand. I hope these have been of use to you. I've wanted to express these for some time, and I might do another video shortly about other difficulties I have actually being here in Thailand. Those things that I find difficult here, those things I find hard here. So check back. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think, and see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.